Should I be honest? I don't want to. Let me be honest. If a girl's heart is broken, they'll just come online and post whatever they feel like. Like, Master, keep your feelings to yourself. I mean,
That's harsh.
someone has broken your heart.
That's harsh.
Describe your first year experience in one sentence.
I could say dynamic. It was a new experience.
Okay, Davis.
There's no word you can use to describe how my first day.
Was in one sentence, but okay. Tehilla.
It was fast-paced. I'm shocked that I'm done with it already and I'm almost done with second year. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. Mine was very interesting. Okay. Hello everyone. I'm your host Daniel, and today I am joined with
Gazette.
Davis.
and
Tehilla.
okay. This is our version of Rap 2024. And with that, yeah, we'll continue. Okay. So we are starting with a few questions just to ease up the mood. Yeah. The point of this thing is to be a reflection on the year, because we as Ashesi students believe in the spirit of reflection, right?
Okay.
Okay.
FDE.
Wow.
Let me start on a high note. What were your best experiences?
Crazy day.
I remember.
I don't know why the 27th you guys were so relaxed with that thing, but I tried to go all out on Crazy Day. If you know, you know.
I remember.
We got end over there.
Yeah. Davis, what about you?
My best moments
Yeah, your best moments.
sleeping.
Oh.
Actually,
Davis doesn't want
No, to be honest.
Hey.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, you tell you what was your best experience?
I know on the spot, nothing is really coming to mind, but I remember that when I finished FD, I was very relieved. So that was like a highlight for me.
So finishing FD
Yeah.
felt FD was an experience. Yeah.
I think some people's experiences were just worse than others. So
Mine was crazy. I won't lie to you.
Mine was no one in my FD team said, hey,
mine was good because I had like good teammates, but like just the stress of the work was some way.
I mean, half of my team. Hey, where is this?
Wait.
I hope they don't listen, but half of my team, they were good. Like, yeah.
You can be good, though, but the effort people put in, and if you leave the work to everyone to do, then no one is doing any work. Wait, you were CEO or?
I think so, because Davis was actually one of the hardest workers in the FD course.
It was crazy. I don't know. It was crazy for me. Very crazy, very hectic. There's no word that I can use to describe.
FD.
yes, so we'll pull up to the presentation some oral.
Please, I beg.
60 waves.
I beg.
It's like, the vibes alone. Okay, what were your worst experiences?
I think Davis has said his own already.
FD was.
Davis, you have problems. Like, we asked you about your best experience, and you somehow ended up on your worst.
FD was crazy for me. Like, even I remember the last day when we were done with the paper, and then the presentations, and then the last FD one. Then we had the last day that I was still doing team assignments before I could go home.
That's sad.
Understandable. Guys, what was your worst experience?
Worst experience. I'm just one of those all nights that we had to put intro to engineering. The rockets,
I come to see the programming project because I worked with you on that. So that was your worst experience. That's nice.
No, it was the rocket. The rockets, the all night was really.
If that was his worst experience, then you were his worst experience.
Actually, when you think about it,
Daniel was my worst experience. I love you, bro.
That was very sus.
Tehilla, what was your worst experience?
I don't. I'll just be moving through the school.
Hey.
Do you remember anything?
You don't remember your worst. You don't remember your worst. Okay.
No, I don't.
Now,
I'm chilling.
was the accelerated year with it?
It's matter. It's matter.
To anyone who's yet to come, the accelerated year is where we remove one of your vacations and put a semester. So yeah, and they'll be doing it. Every fresher does it till WAEC resets the normal timeline. So yeah, in your opinion, was it worth it? Did you learn anything?
Well, okay, so I'm going to speak in the long term. Of course, having your holiday taken away and just having very short breaks does something to you. But I think in the long term, the fact that I'm going to be graduating, like the time that I'm supposed to be graduating, and I have the opportunity to like go into life with the rest of, every other person around the world. I think for like looking at it that way, I'm happy that we did. But of course, long term.
Davis doesn't look like that. Davis, what's your opinion?
Well, that's my opinion on
What
it.
if Corona hits again?
But that one, at least it's global and not that I'm at a disadvantage because of my education system.
That's
Yeah.
But I don't feel you'd still be disadvantaged, because I feel other countries too had this impact on their educational system. So there's going to be some sort of protocol, like something in place for all, like
Yeah, but then they've all like adjusted.
Yeah, it's just,
Even Nigeria has adjusted.
What do you mean even?
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm looking at-
she's
Tehilla
being.
is Nigerian, so she's not racist. But like, what do you mean even?
No, I'm looking at like all the countries that like
suffered.
that suffered or might are supposed, quote unquote, to be in the same situation. They've managed to adjust, but we're here, meaning that a lot of people might. But that's my opinion, of course. But yeah.
For me, in simple terms, it wasn't worth
You would
it.
have rather had a vacation. Right?
Yes, or even if you don't give us a vacation, don't put in the same load. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But what if the accelerated semester or accelerated year was how an Ashesi normal year was? Because we've not experienced the only
normal year,
True.
yeah, we've not experienced. I mean, you could say you've experienced a normal year as in this, a normal semester as in this sem. But what if like first sem first year is first sem first year, and you can't compare it to any other semester? I don't know whether you get what I'm saying.
I don't understand what you mean.
I think he's trying to say, like, what if the semester we experienced was already what we're going to experience either way?
Regardless,
Let
yeah.
me try and break it down. So you see, we are saying accelerated year or semester was not worth it because of the park and the load and everything. But I'm saying, what if that's how an Ashesi normal year, an Ashesi first year, first semester is supposed to? What if that's how it's supposed to be? Someone will say that, we didn't have accelerated semester for this particular sem. But I'm saying, what if first year, first sem, it is like it's always that way? I don't know whether it gets me.
Yeah, and because quite frankly, I was thinking about it one day. I was like, if upperclassmen, I feel like, okay, this is an unpopular take, but I feel like maybe the upperclassmen had more liberty to complain about the accelerated year than first years, because for us, we didn't like. I personally wouldn't have had a lot to complain about if I didn't know that, okay, this is not ordinarily how it's supposed to be. In my mind, I was coming to the university and it was going to be hard. So I was like, okay, it's hard. And then I heard people say, no, it's accelerated, so that's why it's more difficult. So then I started to condition my mind that, oh, it's difficult. But I'm in first year, and so what am I comparing it to? I feel
But
like the upperclassmen.
it's like I never. Sorry,
Don't
did I
worry.
cut you off? I never heard the upper years complaining that it was difficult or.
They complain.
I think I heard people complaining that this whole accelerated semester thing isn't worth it. Blah blah. A lot of things.
Yeah, but at least they had something to compare it to, so that would make
It
sense.
didn't make sense when we were
But we
comparing.
first, like, what are we? Like, what are you comparing it to? Yeah.
I remember when we came for what do you call it? When you come fresh, what the service that they did? Orientation. Yes, forgive me. When we came for orientation, and then one of the upper years they were saying that they don't sleep, and it didn't make sense to me, because if you want to sleep, go and sleep. Who is forcing you to stay awake? But then now you've been put through it, and then you understand, no, there's a spirit in this school.
I mean, true. Okay, but in reflection of all of that, how have you grown? whether good or bad, maybe you grew some bad habits too you would like to share, but yeah, generally growth is supposed to be good. So how have you grown in spite of everything?
I could say that's been adjusting, honestly, because to those listening who didn't know, I was in KUST for 1 year before I came here. Yeah, I left there and I came here.
I think that was there.
I'm leaving my comment over there.
So I always bashing Daniel.
Nah, it's different. That's why I left there. So yeah, apologies to any KUST person listening to it.
Yeah.
The damage has been done, but continue.
I should have mentioned this. Okay, anyways. Yeah. So I adjusted, not to say it's about school or anything, but I adjusted to the way they did their things over there. So I think that's the, in my mind I was like, oh, I've already been to university, that kind of thing. So I adjusted to the way they did their stuff over there. And in my head, I knew Ashesi was really heavy loading. So I thought I was just coming to me the same thing, but just like a higher workload. So yeah, I came here with that sort of attitude, and it didn't really help. And I mean, you live and you grow. So I could say I've really adjusted from then to like now.
So now, okay, at least you have something to compare it to because you were somewhere else in university before here. Davis, have you seen any good since what senior high school did you go to?
Akosombo International.
The air code for me.
Okay, so you went to AIS. Have you
Yeah.
seen any good things? Form 3 AIS, first year Ashesi.
Would I say time? Not really time management, because okay, for going to Akosombo and being in Form 3, like you expected to go to. Not that I wasn't going for. I was going for class, but then you expected like time management was something that like the teachers and always were pressing on, but then it wasn't really there. But here coming here and then 5 minutes through. I remember when we came for orientation.
Oh no.
When we came for orientation, I was always late for orientation, so they were always taking money. And in the morning when I come, they would always take money from me, and in the afternoon too, when we're coming, they would always take money from
Oh,
me.
you late for the afternoon sessions.
So,
Moving on.
so time management was something that I learned to cut everything short.
Yeah. Have you?
I think now I work faster.
Okay.
Because by the time you look at the to-do lists and you see all the things you're meant to do, I don't know, there's just something that enters me and I'm like, okay, I have to finish this very quickly.
Yeah.
And I realized that, okay, yeah, whatever. I realized that I type faster, and when I'm doing my work, I seem to think faster because there's always a lot to do. So I guess that's personal growth for me. Yeah.
I would say mine resonates in a way with Tehilla soon. Because I used to spend like days writing essays, but now I've learned that like if you write it in 2 hours, you will still get the same.
Same, because you have a helper.
Hey.
Who is your helper, Davis? Can you share
God
with
is
us?
my
Nyame.
helper.
Nyame.
God is my helper.
Anyone else? Any
It's always been God.
form of intelligence? It's
Always been God.
Okay, that's good. Okay, now let's turn our minds to the events, the ASC events. We came, we saw, what was the first event? Was it Aquaba Night?
Yeah.
We saw Aquaba Nights. We've seen Creative Festival. We've seen what other events?
ASC week.
All the sports events.
ASC
What do you
week
think?
as well.
Yeah, crazy day. What do you think? What do you think were the best and worst events?
I think I could start with Crazy Day.
The worst or the
No,
best?
no, the best.
The
The
best,
best.
okay,
One of the
okay.
best events was Crazy Day. Then maybe Freaky Friday as well. Worst event. What do I even use to?
The worst event for me was the the tanks and bikini event. I don't know whether you guys went for it, but I went, but it wasn't so as I
What was
expected.
it?
I don't want to go into it, but
What's
the worst event for me
What were
was
you
the
expecting?
tanks.
What were you expecting?
Was the tanks and beginners. That's
Hero.
what.
What
You're
were
looking
you
for trouble.
expecting? Davis, what were you expecting?
That was my worst event.
What were you expecting?
I'll give the mic to Tehilla.
My worst event. I don't know.
Do you go for the ASC event?
You're supposed to.
I go.
Committee.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, exposing me now.
Yeah.
Hi, John and Palau.
Mhm.
I do pass by,
Wow.
but I don't. Now I'm confessing it. I don't stay.
Hey.
I don't stay for the whole thing.
How do you think she was? She's on the academic board, so she has to.
Yeah, so I'll go.
She has to put
But if
her
it's like
books
2
away.
hours, I'll be there
So
for like
all of
1
all of the
hour.
ones you passed
or 30
by
minutes.
at, like, you didn't even like the refreshments. There wasn't one that was like, oh, this one the meat pie was very
Refreshments.
good. Like, this is the best event.
Refreshments.
Refreshments.
The only place I've
Daniel
been
is
to,
always going for free food. Let me disclose this over here.
I will not allow you to sound at me like this.
the only thing I've been to that they gave me refreshments was passport events.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't see.
I
I
don't
know.
like any of the passport events.
Oh yeah, I like the Rwandan genocide one.
The singing.
Hmm.
The singing was good.
I like the
yeah, oh, be
events.
honest. Be honest. Nobody will come and catch you. No.
Let me see this.
Let me clear the air. I go for my passport event, but for some reason when I came this semester, they've removed plenty. I don't know why also.
No, they packed it towards the end of the semester.
I had
Oh.
quite a number of
Passport events.
yes, and now it's
attendance.
attendance.
Oh.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
But what's your view on passport events in general?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, like they should have like you choose the passports events that like some of the topics that you go to. It doesn't. There's no correlation to.
Sometimes I really don't want to go to
What I heard was they make them passport events because people don't turn out today.
I think that's like for a reason. Like
Yeah, and I feel like yes, it's for a reason. If
You should
you
make it
really
more
don't want to
interesting.
go, I don't think like a huge majority of people go to the passport events just so that they can graduate because it said the passport event
Yeah,
is
no, yeah,
required for.
introducing it.
Majority of the
Freshers
people
to
don't have interest in the thing
in passport
because
events.
you go there and it's like what is supposed to be it is not it at all.
Yeah.
People just sit there and if I I'll cry. I'll cry.
So Hila, what about you? You seem to like passport events.
Do I? Well, I okay.
Goody two shoes.
Let me be honest. So when I see them, my reaction is like everybody's, like, oh my god, another passport event. And so, but then I have to be there, and so I kind of condition my mind to enjoy it. Some of them I genuinely enjoy them, and some of them I genuinely want to go. The others I don't want to go for, I have to condition my mind to enjoy because I have to get something out of it, and so I might as well.
And that's your attendance.
Well, that the attendance, but then I also don't want to, at the end of the day, think I wasted my time. So I have to enjoy it.
That's
Like,
Some
that's a different mindset you can use to.
a few of them are actually
And,
Yeah.
they are worth
some
you-
of them are cool. Yeah.
Like what? For example, this the experiential transcript. We've had passport events on it like 10 times, but they are
so many
still.
times. And that does one passport events they didn't record our attendance
See.
for experiential and some passport events, some of them there was one I genuinely wanted to go and I went and the place was full. Like it's now
and it was full of people who
yeah,
don't want to be there. Like,
who
what do
don't
you
want to
think
be there.
about
Now
it?
I want to be there and I cannot be there. It's very, very painful. This one is very, very painful. This is an event I want to go for. But because it has been made a passport event, there are countless people who are there just to fill attendance and press phone. How
Honestly, I do not feel your pain.
you do not feel I'll cry out. If I could I'll cry.
You don't feel it because you don't go
Next
at
time
all.
we ever want to
I-
go to a passport event.
I have to go to a passport event because I have to get my attendance. But then maybe the only passport event I enjoyed or like I liked was there was some diplomatic there was an ambassador over here, I think.
Wasn't the one they held in
the
the
leadership
morning?
one.
Was it a Swiss?
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was the
wasn't
Swiss.
passport event too.
And then see,
was
it wasn't.
Class
Even,
activity.
Oh my
It was
god.
That was for leadership.
Davis. It was class.
But do you think that's how Ashesi was going to be? Like, talking about expectations in general.
people always told me that Ashesi was hard. I was like, I'm here. Like, I had, like, I've been to school, like, I went to a private school, so, like, pressure is always there. So, I understand all this. But then coming here is a different thing altogether. I don't have a car. So, if you are saying you're going to Accra, it's also it's another challenge going down if you're not going with someone having a car. So it's cool.
Okay. And okay, I'm not the one hosting, but I just wanted to ask a quick question.
Okay,
Speaking of
sure,
going
sure.
to Accra, like, what's you guys' social life like?
Yes.
Social life.
Yeah, like outside of Ashesi.
Outside.
Like, okay,
Ashesi.
how do you? Let me put it all.
How
How do you?
Ashesi.
How do you like balance your academics with your social life?
Davis, do you
Inside
balance?
Ashesi.
It's very difficult to do so. I won't lie to you. It's very difficult doing so. Because if, like, I'll have friends in school and then, like, my friends in school would understand, like, what's going on. But then if my friends outside of school, if sometimes you're not responding their text messages and it's like, it's like you are the bad person, but that's not it. By the time you're done with your assignment and you're submitting at 11:59, now OP they say it's 10 o'clock.
Actually,
Not 10 p.m.
I think I resonate very well with you because, like, it's like someone texts you and they're like, hey, so you've gone to Ashesi, you figure you reached like kind of things. Like, coming from where I was, so it's like everyone is looking at me like, you reached. I'm like,
it's
Charlie.
very weird. It's very weird.
I don't say it hurts for mom. I feel bad for like the other people
But
because by the time you
sometimes
finish
it's
your assignments
you
and you've
can't-
lost track of the notifications you saw.
Yeah.
Like you say, oh, you see the notification, you're like, oh, let me
Oh,
reply the
it's
parent.
going down.
You've lost track.
Yeah, like honestly.
Like the social life, if you want to have it, is inside you. Like you, Charlie.
I applaud people who do have I
they
really do.
try.
Yeah.
Those who are very intentional about it, they really try.
Okay, speaking of social media, let's go to the ink, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, the ink is like the school's magazine. They're on Instagram. You can go and follow them. But then they had a session where they talked about advice you would give to your pre-Ashesi self. Yes. Yeah. And people give funny advice. But I'll say the sentence and you can simply tell me whether you agree with it or not. With reasons. Okay. The first one says, don't date Ashesi boys for real, cause
Don't date Ashesi boys for real, cause
Let's say Tehilla start with this one because
the way she loved her.
No, I feel like that's a very interesting thing to say. I don't know, my I've not dated anybody, but like my experience with the people around me, like the boys around me are chill. So that's a very the person would have their own reasons for saying that. I'm sorry to them for the experiences you had, but I don't think I can relate to that.
Okay. Davis, you're an Ashesi boy.
I'm an Ashesi boy. Everyone is different. Maybe the one you got wasn't.
Yeah. That
So
thing.
you can come. I'm open.
So many people throw like, especially on no, like let's shift out of Ashesi. Sometimes they can just generalize stuff and they're like, boys are trash or whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's the
nah.
people you met. Who, like, why are you attracting those kind of people? It's your.
Don't know.
Put it on
This is your
yourself.
aura. It's here.
Blame it on yourself. I
See,
don't know.
I'm going. Boys can be trash. I'll like.
It's agreeable. Like it's up to you to attract
The non-trash
it's up
boys.
to you.
And I have a question about the whole thing about boys can be. I feel like generally human beings are interesting people, whether interesting in that sense.
in
Like
that sense.
whether you're male or female, like there's always somebody that
Who
is
is bad and
yeah.
someone is good. Exactly.
So the whole generalizing might not do justice to
it's really
the
very
Some
situation.
people, yeah.
But of course, everybody and their experience. So it's not like we're invalidating it.
Yeah.
We're just saying that maybe we can be, more specific
Because
and more
sometimes
intentional.
they are spoiling
Yeah.
our opportunities. Like they are spoiling,
Okay,
they are spoiling our market. You have to agree with me on this.
Actually, but to speak on behalf of the person, do you think? I don't think this is the first post we've seen something like that, like doing this Ashesi boys. Do you think it's a trend in the school? Like people are,
Should I be honest?
Be honest.
I don't want to. Let me be honest. If a girl's heart is broken, they'll just come online and post whatever they feel like. Like, master, keep your feelings to yourself. I mean,
That's harsh.
someone has broken your heart.
That's harsh.
Did you ever sit down to analyze? Maybe you were the problem. Yeah, the problem. Someone's broken you, and then you're coming
Don't
online.
generalize
It doesn't make sense.
Let's not
wait,
generalize
it
on
makes
both
sense.
sides.
Where you
So
live
let's
next to the whereabouts square. Make sure anyone sees you. No, but yeah, I sort of agree with David because sometimes like it's really why you do
Generalizing.
self-examination. If you fail in class, you wouldn't blame it. You wouldn't straight out blame it on the lecturer because people have relationships and they are fine. So why is it that your Ashesi boy is the one who is trash? Or what is it? Don't date Ashesi boys.
I could say, if this wasn't anonymous, maybe it would be the same person that keeps on posting.
One, yeah. It makes
I
sense,
just
makes
say she's
sense.
had one. This substitution of
Is her type.
Davis, it's okay. No, cancel you.
The next input says, yeah, what would you tell your first year self? The person said run away. So don't come to Ashesi. Would you agree with that?
When you're asking, I was coming to the same thing.
Are you serious?
I won't lie to you.
Run away.
Run away.
I think it's because Ashesi is actually a very good place to be because I've experienced outside Ashesi. Ashesi is stressful.
More shades
But
of
it's-
former school.
Ashesi is stressful. Not to bash them, but like Ashesi is quite it's better than them. Because I've experienced Ashesi and I've experienced that former school and you feel like Ashesi ran away, but trust me, like when you feel sad for yourself. You feel
Some
it's-
serious shade.
I really appreciate Ashesi. I'm not even going to that. It's hard, it's stressful, it's understandable. But people say when it's hard and it's stressful, I mean that means it's working.
It's working.
If it's really hard and stressful, it means it's working.
Yeah, university is supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
You may think I'm very controversial.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
See.
But then, if you're not coming here to learn, then why come you? Like, you can go to Legon.
Oh, don't do that.
No, like,
No.
if no, not
Please
not Legon. If you're not coming here to learn, then don't come to Ashesi, not Legon.
It's just
No,
allowed.
I didn't mean Legon as in. But if you're not coming here to learn, then don't come to Ashesi. Go to a public university. That's what I mean.
That's worse.
That's what I mean. Not to be controversial.
Oh, wow.
Daniel, please, the next
Not
question.
to be controversial, so just saying that.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, wait, I feel like we should do damage control with this one. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to explain this.
That's wrong. I think the damage has already been done.
It's been done. Nina, let's move on now. Someone said, calm down, you have 4 years, bro, not 1 month.
What does he mean by that?
I think he's trying to say he found himself rushing a lot. Like when he came, like, hey, I have to get a social life, I have to get my academics together, I have to find clubs to join, that kind of thing. What do you think? Do you think the pressure is there?
Which type of pressure are you talking about?
All the kinds of pressure, especially academic, because Ashesi is, yeah.
I feel the pressure, like the pressure will take you. Like you can't say. For me, how I look at it is that you can't say you won't learn. Like, you'll be forced to learn. You come to class and you are not, and then you see, for me, that the fees that your parents are paying, then you're like, Charlie.
Give it to me. This one, you really said something. Hey.
So you have the pressure to.
Well, the academics, like, I mean, that one is a constant. But then if you're on platforms like LinkedIn, please, I will not advise that.
Especially this season.
Like, everybody's doing something, and you're looking at your life, and you're like, yeesh. So then it's coming from all sides. So
You can be sitting in class with someone that you don't know is achieving such heights, and you're sitting in the same class because they asked him a question in class and he's not able to answer. I think, he's your buddy. Nah, it's not like that.
So yeah, I think the pressure is coming from everywhere, and so to that person, I think I might borrow that piece of advice, like just enjoy the moment, because I'm still trying to get myself, like, convince myself to enjoy the moment, because I also feel like I'm trying to do more than I should be doing.
Are you guys really sure about this?
Do you think?
Should I, let me release what I have to say. And as much as we are not we are supposed to, I mean, he said we should relax,
Like
Just a little bit.
you're still in a race. So they say you're not competing with anybody, but let me tell you, you're competing rough. You're not competing with anybody. I mean, I feel like they say that in this. Okay, that's how I feel like you should take it. If they say you're not competing with anybody, don't look at anybody when you're running the race. Look at only yourself. But you're still competing with people. Do you get what I'm saying? If Usain Bolt was running, he wouldn't run like constantly checking his back to make sure he's ahead of the person who is second. He's just going to run his race. So I feel like that's what they mean by. And if Usain Bolt ran this race and his speed was 9.2, he's not going to aim for 9.2 again. He sees that 9.2 is there, so I have more potential. So let me go beyond the 9.2 and get like 8 point something. So he's not watching anybody. That's what I feel like they mean by don't, like, you're not competing with anybody. But in actual sense, you're competing with everybody, because the jobs, it's not infinity. It's not infinite. There's not like infinity number of jobs. Like if let's say we take a room of computer science students and they're all applying for the same job, you're not entering the same. You're competing with people from, if let's say
that's what
Bloomberg. You're competing with people from America, London, Nigeria. So let the pressure barb you. That's a barb you, especially if you don't have like inspired. I'll cry. I'll cry.
But any pressure, that's listening
the look I gave you on your face.
According to Aaron, with the advice that we just got, don't relax too much.
Some people.
Why you relax? You come to fight in this school. Some
people came in first year and they said, first year they were chilling, they were enjoying, and they said, like, second year, I said first year, I mean first sem. After first year, then second sem, we don't see them again. What has happened actually? The pressure's back.
That's true.
They have to really step up. It's not a joke.
You can look at photos from like people from first year and then look at them like in this same direct, and then you're wondering what happened. Are they on we or like they've changed?
The last one says, they'll say you'll be fine. Don't listen.
Who says you'll be fine?
I mean, you go around Ashesi and you hear like you'll be fine. Oh, you'll be fine. You have a project. Oh, you'll be fine.
I think that you'll be fine.
You
is more
actually
like
be fine.
You eventually end.
You surely overcome. I guess maybe that's
but
the
do you think if you
vibe.
keep that in your head, like you actually be fine, or you need to let pressure barb you first?
Whether I like it or not, the pressure will barb you. But then just having that positive mindset that this will be over soon. So let me just like do this the best I can. Well, at least that's how I take it. So okay, I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine. There are people that have come here, they have done this, done that. So I should be fine. So that's how we can interpret it. But so yeah, you'll be fine because you finish, I guess.
For me, you'd actually be fine, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, you'd always get help from someone, or you'd always have like you'd always rely on someone who would take you through. I don't like no, I don't like planning per se, but I don't like I like things as they come. So I have this to do, then I do it. Then if there's something else, then you do it. If you plan ahead, then you think about so much, or just
I get
as it comes, then you take all of it. If you're also a religious person as I am, then you pray, or you go for love bank or something.
Thank you.
Well,
Well, to end the episode, I think all I can say is, I wrote that last post. Yeah, you guys should try.
you wrote that last post.
Yeah.
Say
Are
it
you
again.
sure?
I should say the post.
Yeah, read it out again.
They'll say you'll be fine. Don't listen. Yeah, but just remember to follow our socials. Yeah, keep in touch with the ASC. Continue researching about Ashesi if you're now coming to the school, and
And
Happy New Year, I guess. Whenever you're watching this.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Happy Easter as
you
well.
you have a battle in front of you, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. As
You'll be
you'll
fine.
be fine.
The battle no be small.
It's not smart, oh.
Okay, so that's it for the episode. Thank you very much to our listeners
fun.
for listening. Yes.